In these clips, you're going to see a little more half-court pressure pack line defensive system. Also, you'll notice in this video, we're in our normal jump ball alignment, where in the other one where we were really playing, really packed in and guarding against transition, where we were in a complete defensive jump. But here we go. Let's take a look and see what we have here. And so we don't win the jump, but we're going to pick up here a little bit more out toward half court. They're a little bit more balanced offensive team. We can see that we are a little bit more spread out based on scouting and opponent personnel. And so here we're going to do a nice job. We're in a contained defensive alignment. You can see I really like his positioning. I think he could maybe be over a little bit more, but he might be on a little bit less of a shooter and more of a driver here. But that gap is taken away. The driving lane is taken away. And so we go a pretty nice job closing out. Now on these screens, what occurred there, we always try to go over the top if we can. But if we can't, we will go under, but our preference is over the top. Also in scouting, it may be like to go under. Okay, so now we have a nice closeout, but I like, again, where he's at in his gap. I don't like where we're at here, really dead behind. I'd like him a little bit on this high side. Off the ball, we're in pretty good coverage. So we've done a nice job taking away that drive, and we're going to run him off his shot. I would have preferred maybe, a little bit better closeout, but he is running him off his shot. And so now we're really good here, taking away that penetration and a real good recovery to the closeout and contest and a defensive rebound. We're early in the same game. I think this is the second possession of the game, and we do a very nice job defensively again in our defending penetration and, for the most part, our gaps. And so here we've done a pretty good job here. And all right, so now we're on a pretty nice closeout versus who we're guarding. He's definitely a driver. This is our best defender at that time. T would guard their best offensive player. And so right now I like where we're at. We've got one on the ball. We're containing. We're basically halfway between and off a bit so we can see our man. We're in good position here as well. And off the ball, I like where we're at. And so now I don't like that closeout right here. He's getting beat off of the bounce, but we are in good position to take away that drive. We're going to force them to shoot a perimeter shot. And so does a nice job on a non-shooter. We're going to make him drive it, and that's exactly what we wanted with him. He's going to pick up his dribble. We're in good position here. Again, I don't like Matt's closeout here, and so, but I do like our spacing. We're one on the ball. We've got everybody behind it. The driving lanes are kind of taken away. We're in great position here. I'd like Luke one more step over on this midline in case we've got that drop off so he can seal the bucket. And we can see him shading their best player a little bit. So again, you can adapt the pack defense based on personnel and the closeouts needed versus that personnel. And so, again, we've done a nice job. We've got them under 5 on the shot clock. And so now, again, we're going to take and settle for a contested three-point shot with 1 on the clock. So we love that. And we've got a defensive rebound. Here's a little adjustment again. This is a different game, but it's an adjustment of our pack line where we're going to extend our pressure full court. So, again, our pack line, our gaps are at the three-point line, but that doesn't stop us from extending our pressure either full court man, as we'll see here, or even into 2-2-1 or 1-2-2 or denial man full court. And so here we're picking up full court. We're going to extend the pressure. And you can see he was guarding the inbounder but denying a little bit. And so now we're just going to make him work 94 feet, keep the ball in front. We want to pressure him the entire game. He's one of their better offensive players, so we're going to try to just dog him for the 40 minutes. And so now, right now, I look at our positioning. I really like it, where we are basically 5 against the ball, and we're going to make it difficult on this leading scorer of theirs. And so very good defensive positioning again. We're making them work and making them handle it. We're in pretty good help position here. I'd like a charge there rather than the Olay defense. But we're putting him into a jump shot at the elbow with 12 on the clock. We're happy with that shot all day long, regardless of it, whether it goes in or not. Okay, and a nice defensive board. In this possession here, we've got them picked up primarily here at half court, and they're going to go to the real high ball screen out toward the midline or out towards half court because we have been pressuring them. On this type of ball screen, we'll just play under it. We're not going to hedge it. We're going to sit him in help here, so we'll play down on the top ball screen. But we're elbows covered. His driving lanes, we're going to take him away. He does a nice job of defending that. Again, now our driving lanes are taken care of. We've got a close out here. We're now going to guard him a little bit tighter, and we're going to be off in help off the ball here. And so we're going to give up again this high post jump shot. It's almost that zone concept of letting, that power forward shoot the 2-point jump shot. Okay, that one goes in. But again, we're pretty okay with that defense. We'd have maybe liked that shot a little bit more contested than it was, but not a great shooter from there. So percentage-wise, we're playing odds. I'm going to go with one more full court pressure again, just to reiterate the idea of you can pick up full court and get back into your pack. Here we're just going to double team him, make the entry to him very difficult, maybe make it go into somebody else. So if a team has a star player that you really want to try to take out or make him work for the entire game, this is a tactic that we will employ. And so we're pretty confident in the rest of our matchups. We're just going to make that one guy really have to work to beat us. Love our positioning right here. Okay, so again, we're going to violate the traditional pack defensive rule here where he's really up on his man. We're okay with that. We've got pretty good ball pressure up top. A nice closeout here on the ball, so we like that. And so we're pretty good here. We've dropped help. We're going to close out short on the big guy because he's no threat. And so again, he's off the line a little bit here, making it a harder job for this guy here out on the wing. And I like our positioning right now. So on this, he's no threat out here. I would like for him to drop back a step or two onto the midline. We don't care if he throws it back out there. There's going to be no harm right there. Okay, so now we're in good positioning. We've got this driving lane covered. We've got a perimeter guy hung up on, a bigger kid, so we like to go full front, doing a great job. Hands are up, making that a little bit difficult of an entry pass. Again, we've got a pretty good closeout. Our arms are up. We're denying at that wing. We're okay with that. That was part of our game plan. And so now we're making him work. So now we're at 5 on the shot clock. They've not had anything as a clean look to this point. So now he's going to that side ball screen. You can see we're under 5. So now we are out hedging that thing. We might even be trapping it to see if he can make a play out of it. And so we're now okay with that perimeter jump shot. It does go in, but we've made them work. You're not going to stop everything. We know that. There's going to be baskets scored regardless of what defense we're playing. The idea is just to take away some of their actions make them work extremely hard for what they're getting. So I lied, Coach. We're going to go with one more full court pressure. So you can see, again, we're double teaming. Going to make it really difficult on them, make them work. Now they've got to go into somebody else that they really don't want to have handling the ball. And what we've got going here is now, due to the pressure, a play that's out of control and a toss back to their player, but really a bad shot just because we've sped them up a little bit, and that player might be getting frustrated already. We can't, measure that part of it. So a different game. Obviously, we can see no fans in the stands for this game. It's a COVID surge where we're still able to play, but no fans. So a different defensive approach for this game. So we're not going to be quite as spread out and pressured, and we are going to guard a shooter a little bit tighter. So we can see a great shooter, and so part of our game plan is we're going to extend toward him a little bit, make it difficult for him to catch, trying to keep everybody else in gaps and make things difficult for him. So again, it's an adjustment that we'll make in our pack line. So now we are going to, right here on this drive, not really help. We don't want that kick out to the shooter. So we'll play that on those drives, or where there's a top ball screen penetration pitch to a shooter, we'll try to take away that shooter and make the drive do something off the dribble. So in this case, he's going to basically take what I would say a bad shot, 13-foot runner with 23 on a shot clock, and they really didn't explore, and so we like that defensive possession for ourselves. And in this clip, we're going to be in some 1-2-2 3/4 court in the pack, and it's just, again, an adjustment that we'll make. And so we're just trying to play soft, contain, control. We've got a pretty good position here. We've got two guys on this midline coming back. So we do a nice job here where we're not going to give up that baseline. And so we're in good position. So now we're right into our gap pack. And I like where we're at. We're one on the ball. We've got midline covered. A little bit slower, so he's out a little bit further. We would like for him to be one step inside the paint. And so we've got a nice job here of defending. He's trying to come for an insult trap, and we get it a little bit loose, and we force it into a travel.